Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Nova Aetas. Now, when we left off, we had just taken the floating castle, and it's no longer floating because obviously I fixed it a little bit, but as you can see here, we are now looking at our kingdom budget screen, and it's actually not looking great for the commoners right now. As you can see, 10% commoners. I don't think that that's actually supposed to be that way, but maybe we're gonna fix that at some point. But yeah, what we're gonna do now is we're taking a look at, wow, the huge amount of money. I don't even know the huge amount of money that we're gaining from all of the villages here. How much are we actually gaining? 254,000, and we'd be gaining even more if I wasn't researching our technology, obviously, and the state is obviously taking quite a bit, but yes, as you can see here, I have dealt with the vassals that were in our court. I have told them to go away or whatever, and yeah, so we're doing quite well. We're doing quite well in terms of the kingdom budget, and as you can see, I've actually headed on over to Terragrit right here because there is one vassal here from the Saranids apparently wanting to take us on. So we're gonna try and deal with him. And is this guy a defector or something? I actually don't know. But yes, I was actually going to scout out the Mithridian castles and various fiefs, but this seemed to come a little bit ahead in the priority. Now, I did head back to, obviously, as I say, I did head back to deal with some of the vassals and everything, and on my way back, obviously, Terragrit came under siege, but the point is, I very much wanted to wait a couple of days to get our initial Huskarl recruitment going, because I have, I think, 40 Huskarls on the way. They have only about 3 days remaining, and I'd very much like to see that they get recruited so that we can add them to our army almost immediately, but unfortunately that has not happened, so I've had to improvise a little bit by taking heavy infantry. So I've taken a lot more heavy infantry than I would otherwise like from some of the garrisons there, and also Talela came under siege. And Talela is obviously one of our last fiefs that we gained from the Aztecs, and it came under siege by some Rodoks, but they were quite small in terms of their, army size. So I decided, hey, you know what? We're just gonna do that. Oh wow, these are Crusader units. Did not realize. These are Crusader units. Oh, this is not good, is it? Yes. Apparently, according to many of you in the comments, the Crusader units are very good, and if you fight them, you're probably gonna have some problems. So yeah, this is exactly what's happening right now, I guess, but the main thing that we have to take into account is that I don't have any anymore. Yes, well, I'm kind of sad about that, actually, because that actually seemed to be a really useful way to gain troops and volunteers and things by gaining them from the Crusader camp, but as many of you said, they are temporary, and they actually don't stick around, which I didn't know. I didn't know that before, so yeah. That was a nice revelation, at least, and thank you very much for letting me know about that. Many of you commented that kind of thing, but anyway, the point is, what we're going to be doing is, I've actually placed the Crusaders in the garrison at Silphea, and that is the last castle that we took in the Mithridian territory, and yeah, so hopefully, according to you, if you place the Crusader units in a garrison, then they will not get disbanded, and you'll be able to use them, as far as I'm aware. You'll be able to use them in everyday combat, so I just put a bunch of those mounted guys in there that I had previously recruited, and I also recruited some dismounted Templars as well, because one of you actually said that the dismounted ones are actually pretty good, and I thought to myself, okay, yeah, why not? Because then they won't start with lances, and they won't need momentum and things like that to be able to be effective and everything, so thank you for that too, because, yeah, I was a little bit sort of unsure which one to go for, but apparently the dismounted ones are very good. So there you go. We actually did take him out, and we can take some of these guys and rescue them, and we can take that guy prisoner as well, so that's fine. Okay, so yeah, there we go. So that was, yeah, it was okay. I didn't really want to come over here at this point in time. I kind of felt like it was a bit of a waste of time because, well, I obviously wanted to make sure that we had some knowledge of the Mithridians. I'd like to be able to do that. So let's, first off, go over here and release him for some extra honor. How much is our honor right now? Minus 66. It's actually not that bad. Not that bad, minus 66. Yeah, it is kind of bad. But anyway, let's head over here. And what I'd like to do... yes, our vassals are being defeated a lot, but yes, what I'd like to do is take Corinthus. And Corinthus is probably a really good thing to take because it's the only castle on this land, and it's not right next to Mithridates. Now, Mithridates is probably going to be one of the hardest sieges we've ever seen, I think. Okay, so Corinthus is not looking that bad, as you can see. Kind of. It is actually looking pretty bad. Well, actually not too bad, because crossbowmen only 28, so that's pretty good. So let's take it. Let's try and take it. Anyway, it is a ladder castle as well. Hopefully no vassals are going to turn up. Now, there are a lot of... Oh my, we have another defector that has joined us. Oh, well. Yes, Devlian. Devlian, isn't he joining from Swadia? I think he's joining from Swadia. Anyway, point is, there are a lot of vassals from... the Merchant Republic of Zendar, I believe. Yes, the Merchant Republic of Zendar. They're running around and they have their liege with them. Their liege has about 350 units. So I did not really want to fight him, but let's just see whether... Well, let's just see whether they return, because they turned up to one of our fiefs. They started sieging it, and then I was just like, okay, this is great. This is very nice. And then they disappeared as quickly as they came. So, pretty happy with that, actually. Did not want them to be attacking us with such a strong force. But apparently they just didn't think it was worth it. They didn't think it was worth it. So I'm actually kind of happy with that. But yeah, what we're going to do now is we're going to try and take out some of these guys with headshots. Yeah, nice headshot there. And another one. And another one. And maybe we can get another... Ah, yes. Couldn't shoot when that guy was in front of me, unfortunately. A lot of our forces are actually blocking me now, so I'm just gonna, head up the ladder and see what we can do. Ah, I should have just continued moving, shouldn't I? Because I have the Scream, the Fearsome Cry attack, and I'd very much like to use that. So I'm gonna use that just in case it actually has affected some people, and I'm gonna heal our people as well. Now, bear in mind, a lot of you are asking how to use these abilities, and apparently you have never seen any other episode of Nova Aetas, which is kind of a bit weird, considering you're watching, what is it, part 30 something? Yeah, part 30 something. And yeah, so anyway, yeah, and part 40 and so on. But yes, anyway, the point is, you can see how you can use them by pressing Z. And this is what happens here. These are the combat abilities. This actually comes up every time you enter combat, so it should also give you that information. But anyway, you can use it with numpad. If you don't have a numpad, then I don't know whether you can rebind them. I think you might be able to rebind them, which would be really quite cool. You could probably rebind them to... I was going to say 1, 2, 3, 4 and things, but that's usually how you direct your own units. So it's probably not the best idea to do that, but for the most part, it's pretty easy to use, obviously. But if you don't have a numpad, then it's going to be very difficult. So let's heal our forces once again. And I'm going to try and scare them as well. Come on, let's push them back. Can we push them back? Oh, I don't think I was able to do that very easily. I don't really want to go over to the archer nests because they don't really do that much damage. And I'd like to... yeah, okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down the stairs here because I don't think I'm going to be able to make it past our units over there. So I'm going to instead head over here and go up behind them because... tactics. And it probably would have been a good idea to take a small commando unit with me, but now I'm thinking about that, it's a bit late, and I'm now having this problem where I am going to have some difficulties. Yes, certainly going to have some difficulties with these enemies coming behind us, but, well, it's the best I can do. Yeah, come on, take them out. Yes, you will be eliminated. You will be exterminated. Yes, of course. So, hopefully that will not happen to us. Come on, let's kill them. Let us kill them. Unfortunately, many of our Huskars are biting the bullet, as it were. Thankfully not literally, I don't think. I don't think these guys have musketeers. as they don't advance in technology as far as I'm aware. So, yes, that's at least something to take into account. Okay, I'm going to heal our forces once again. Did that heal everyone? Do I actually need to be close to them? Because last time when I did that, it did seem to heal them from a very far distance away, but now it didn't seem to affect them at all. But maybe I'm just seeing things. Maybe I'm just seeing things. So, yeah. Well, that's not too bad, I guess, but I think we're doing okay. I think we're doing okay, and this is, of course, going to be one of the last sieges that we will be able to do against the Mithridians, and the Mithridians themselves are actually not that difficult. They look a lot more menacing than they actually are, and, well, as you can see, they're not really doing that much damage. They actually almost killed me right here. I should probably heal myself, just in case. Oh, wow, okay, that was a little bit too much, wasn't it? That was very, very powerful for them. Okay. New enemies have arrived once more. I really wish they had actually rallied outside. It would have been so much nicer right now, because we would have eliminated about 100 of them outside, and then it would have been a lot easier for us to come in here and deal some significant damage, which is, of course, one of my catchphrases. Yes, let's take out these units. Let's deal some significant damage to these guys, and so on and so forth, yeah. I'm aware of those things, but it's very difficult to stop. It's addicting. It's addicting to say those things. Well, anyway, point is, let's hopefully not get killed. And then we might be able to even head on to the other castle in the area, but then we have to be much more careful, because obviously there is a very big town right next to it, and I can assume that the town is going to have a huge contingent of units in it. Maybe not even as much as Hierosolyma, which would be, I suppose, kind of nice. Okay, I'm going to actually use my Fearsome Cry against these guys. That did absolutely nothing, apparently. Yeah, it did nothing. Well, that's unfortunate, isn't it? Okay, well, let's see. I'm keeping calm. I am keeping calm. That's the best thing to do in a situation like this. When you're getting sliced from every which way, it's always a good idea to keep calm. And hilariously enough, if this was an actual, real situation, I would have died many times over, but I am actually very thankful that there is such a thing as combat abilities in the mod, because in my opinion that makes things much more fun. And even though it is somewhat unrealistic in certain aspects, I don't really mind, because realism sometimes can very much get in the way of having fun. And isn't that the main reason why you play games? To have fun? Yeah, I think it is. Anyway, I think we're good. I think that is one of the last waves. I think it is. Yes, it is. Oh, there we go. That's lovely. Okay, so otherwise, have they eliminated the... No, they haven't eliminated the crossbowmen, so I'm going to have to go and... Oh, no. Oh, yes. Yeah, I did that. I did that again. Yeah, don't look at me. I didn't do anything. It was Diggory's fault. It was Diggory's fault. He slipped. He slipped and fell. Call for a meeting with the castle commander. What? You really want to continue this? How do you want to continue this? You are an absolute fiend for being so stubborn. I can't believe that he is still deciding. I'm going to call for another meeting. Surrender. Yes, there we go. You have my word. You will not come under attack if you leave the castle. There we go. Ah, phew. Okay, so, yes, that might actually be a thing that we can use in future as well, where we just eliminate as many as we can, and then obviously just move on, and then call for their surrender. I think that might actually be a better idea than going after the crossbowmen and wasting time doing that. So, maybe a good idea. Anyway, let's defer appointment of a lord here. And we are going to be retrieving a bunch of rather nice units. And we're going to be placing a couple of others to give them back. There we go. Let's get some footmen. There we go. That sounds good to me. Okay, so that's good. That's very nice. So we have Corinthus with 60. 60 units. I'm probably going to have to give this to one of my vassals, probably, because I already own Silphea, and Agostini is actually under siege. Oh. Oh. Well, that's not good. I'm probably going to head over there as fast as I can, then. I don't think it is actually under siege, and I think it's just a ghost or phantom siege. Oh, no, it is! It is under siege by the Mithridians, hilariously enough. Okay, so let's head over here, and I'm gonna see whether they have the bottle. Do you have the bottle? Do you have the bottle to be able to do this? I don't know. Are they going to have the bottle? Well, let's just see. They don't. Yeah, they don't. But they are attempting to take Corinthus back. And Terragrit. Yes. The life of a liege when your vassals are incompetent never ends, does it? Yeah, it's very, very tough. Okay, so who are you? Who are you? Kingdom of Rhodoks. Right. Okay, so is Terragrit gonna get taken? I think I don't even know where should I go? Where should I go? I don't know. Should I go to Terragrit? Okay, I'm gonna go to Terragrit, and because that is actually one of our castles, whereas Corinthus was literally just taken, and I think Terragrit is much more worthy of staying our fief. So we're gonna. Wow, there's a huge amount of them. Okay, well this is. Hello guys, this is a great party you're having here, aren't you? Don't get stopped. Come on, Diggory. Yeah, there we go. Okay, are they gonna disappear? If they disappear, I'm gonna be irritated. Oh wow, we have a bunch of different things going on. Are the Turgan Horde actually helping us here? I don't think so, because they're actually at war against us, so they can't do anything. No, it seems not. Okay, so they're going to be joining the battle with 607. I don't think this is a good idea for them to do this, is it? It's probably not a good idea. I have a bad feeling that they're going to regret this. Or is it a good feeling? I think it's probably a good feeling. Okay. Well, I'm going to get my bow out. I'm going to shoot from over here, because usually that's going to give us a good margin of error, I suppose. Wow. Okay, well, I suppose what I'm going to do is I'm going to just cut away here for a little bit, and when we've eliminated around 100 or so, I'm going to cut back and see what the situation is like then. Okay, so we've already eliminated around 50 of them. I know I said I'd cut back at around 100, but I thought it might be a nice idea to show some of our archery skills. And as you can see, this is what I usually do in a siege defense nowadays. If this is the kind of castle we have, I just go for headshots, because one of you did actually suggest that this would be a really easy way to level up your proficiency, and that's very, very true. As you can see, it's just absolutely easy as anything to get headshots here, because they are obviously wanting to attack and they lower their shield, and it's all very, very fine and dandy. I like that a lot, actually. So yeah, you can just continue shooting them. Now if you are obviously primarily an archer archetype, then this makes things a huge amount easier, because you'll have so many arrows to spend, but unfortunately I do not, so I'm gonna have to just deal with this and try my very best to get as many headshots as I can. There we go. Oh yes, that's fantastic. Okay, so we can actually retrieve a couple more arrows here, because we do apparently have an arrow user. I'm actually unsure who that is. It's probably one of our allies, because I don't think I have any. But yeah, these Saranids don't really know how to deal with what we're doing right here, so there we go. Very nice. Who's the arrow user? Oh, we actually have an archer up there. Who's that? Who is that? I don't even know. Is it one of the watchmen? Is it a watchman or something? It's probably a watchman. I don't even know. I don't think they've gotten any kills or anything, but there we go. We've eliminated almost 120. Almost 120, so that's rather nice. But yeah, it seems like this is going to take quite some time, so what I'm going to do, we are going to win, obviously. It seems like a pretty foregone conclusion right now, because they've barely taken out even 5 of us. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this episode off here. And next time I will have placed more recruits, and I will have, well, shall we say, bolstered our defenses rather considerably, because I will have started recruiting actual recruits. I have actually done that at Silphea, but I haven't done that at Terragrit, so I'm going to be doing that, and then we'll be bolstering our garrisons a lot more, and it will be able to maybe get a slight reduction in the amount of siege offenses that the enemy wants to perpetrate. So hopefully that will be the case. But anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.